Welcome back, folks. It is a fantastic Tuesday morning. I'm Josephine Sage. Let's jump into the forecast for today. Taking a look at our weather headlines, we've got cloudy skies sticking around with us, especially in those higher elevation areas. For us here on the western slope, we're just going to have a little bit of some cloud coverage as we jump in for the rest of the day, with higher than seasonal average temperatures also expected, because that cloud coverage is going to kind of keep in a little bit of those warmer temperatures closer to those seasonal averages in those low 40s for us, and mild wind speeds are expected for us here in the valley as well as in those higher elevation areas. So keep that in mind if you're headed over the mountains. Could be a little bit on the windier side of things, but taking a look at our almanac, we've got a high of 42 today instead of our typical 43, so just that 1 degree short. And on the low end, we're looking at 23 instead of our typical 22. So definitely a little bit more on that seasonal average side, and that's going to continue to be the trend with us at least until Thursday and Friday, when we might take about a 10-degree drop for the end of the work week. But then we're going to have another high pressure system move on in for both Saturday and Sunday, bringing us some of those warmer temperatures. But I do want to get into snow cover, folks. Yesterday, if you were out and about in that middle of that work day, or if you were grabbing lunch, you might have noticed we got a little bit of some snowfall over here in Grand Junction, and maybe a little bit down in those southern areas. But that was due to this cloud coverage kind of leaving us with just that residual precipitation that we kind of got storms on late Sunday night and into Monday. So in some of these white areas, we've got up to 40 inches of snow accumulation in both Grand Junction and Montrose. We are looking to have some clear roads, but maybe a little bit some wet roads sticking around. Keep that in mind during these early morning hours and those late night hours, because there could be some icy and slick roads sticking around, and so be cautious of those drivers around you. We'll notice here, this Futurecast is going to show us that all the way through this evening, we're going to have those clear skies, maybe just a little bit of some cloud coverage in those areas further north of us, but for us here in the valleys, it's looking to stay pretty clear. Maybe a little bit of some snow late on Wednesday, but it's mostly going to be focused over those northern and those central mountains. Now, our afternoon highs today, folks, we're looking at 42 degrees in Grand Junction, 36 in Montrose. And again, in those higher areas, we're looking to be down in those low to mid 30s. And Gunnison is looking to be 23. Gunnison has been struggling to kind of get above that single digit temperature range. And they're finally kind of popping on up in those teens and those double digit one's just about 10 degrees short of our freezing point. But Gunnison Basin has been struggling to get above that, but because of this sunshine, it's going to continue to rise with us. Now, our dog walking forecast for today, if you haven't had a chance to get outside, we're looking at 29 degrees at 9 a.m., 37 at noon, and 41 at 3 p.m. So definitely a little bit on the nicer side of things. If you don't have a dog, you might as well head up to those trails, head out to go skiing and hit those slopes with that sunshine sticking around with us. On our radar, folks, we'll notice that this low pressure system is going to kind of push some of those storm clouds more through those plains, but for us here in Colorado, we're not really looking to have any significant weather, just that more dry, mild weather sticking around. Taking a look at the extended forecast, we're going to be 42 today, 44 tomorrow, and then take that drop for the end of the work week, but a rise again, getting up to those up to 10 degrees above what our seasonal average is on Saturday and Sunday. And Montrose is also going to have that same kind of trend. So if you haven't had the chance to get outside, I definitely would try and enjoy some of this sunshine.